2025, the year where everything went to kind of. A lot of people made New Year's resolutions. A lot of people did boring stuff like taxes and work. What did I do? I went and I traveled the freaking country, bro. We got a lot of parks in under our belt this year, and I kind of want to look back and rank the top 25 coasters that I've been on in 2025. And I had to go through a sorting algorithm to figure out which coaster scientifically is the best. As we say around here, there's only two opinions, my opinion and the wrong opinion. Number 25, we have Goliath at Six Flags Over Georgia. This ride was a really good ride, surprisingly. I didn't think it would be as good as people said it would be. This ride is filled with airtime. It has a really good layout, that freaking downwards helix. And I had the pleasure of riding this ride with a park employee who finessed my gummies that I bought at a gift shop, along with a white hoodie. Got completely ruined by Batman, the ride. Batman ruined my brand new $40 hoodie with track grease. Number 24 is Twisted Timbers at King's Dominion. I wasn't also expecting this ride to be as good as it was when it first opened, but God damn! It was even better than what people said it was. People like to call this a mid-tier RMC, but I'm here to challenge that idea, because this ride has absolutely everything you could ever want. Imagine Storm Chaser at Kentucky Kingdom, but it's better? It's got a barrel roll down drop, it's got all these airtime hills, and it's got people who ride that provide weird commentary. Number 23 is Phantom's Revenge at Kennywood. I will admit, I haven't been on this ride in a while. It's been almost 3 years since I've been on Phantom's Revenge at Kennywood. This is my opinion on the ride when I rode it, so, I mean, nothing should change, right? This is the most legendary ride in Pennsylvania as far as I'm concerned. No, that's also a lie. There's another one in Pennsylvania that's ahead of this on the list, but doesn't matter. We're talking about Phantom's Revenge at Kennywood. This ride is beautiful. Just look at it. Purple and black. That's pretty sleek. Also themed to a ghost, a phantom. That's also pretty badass. But let's talk about the ride experience itself. I will admit, I didn't know that the second drop was bigger than the first drop, so when going on it, I was kind of surprised to see that we could go deeper. We're going into the nether. I didn't know that a lot of Kennywood's coasters play on terrain, because I'm not someone who tends to look at coaster POVs before riding it. So I ended up pleasantly surprised, especially that double down type thing going on at the end. Number 22 is Outlaw Run at Silver Dollar City. I just made a video about Silver Dollar City not too long ago. Well, I guess in YouTube terms, probably 15 billion quintillion years ago. But I wanted to touch up and shout out Silver Dollar City again, because Outlaw Run is a fantastic ride. There's only one problem with it, but it's still in my top 25. The pothole at the bottom of the first drop might need to be addressed sooner than later, because I think I got CTE from that. Other than that, the ride's great. It has a fantastic finale with the double barrel roll. Number 21 is kind of a dark horse pick. Dark horse? What does that even mean? We have TMT Shellraiser. We have Shellraiser turtle shit at fucking. We have this ride at American Dream, Nickelodeon Universe. This ride's pretty freaking cool. To have a launch and a vertical lift and a beyond vertical drop, yeah, only Gerstlauer could do this. I wasn't expecting the ride to start with a barrel roll, a heartline roll, before the first launch, and that first launch is actually very freaking powerful. People don't talk about this ride, probably because it's always broken down and closed just like everything at that damn mall, but when this ride is open, get your ass over there and ride it, because it's a really good ride. You have one of the strongest rolling launches in North America. I'd like to see someone try to contest that point. You can't do it. I've yet to experience a rolling launch more powerful than that. And then you go into it like an inverted top hat looking deal thing. You go through some other twisty flips and inversions, or as Theme Park Review likes to call them, loop-de-loops. And then you hit the brake run, only to find out the ride's not over. We're going up a vertical lift that's 140 feet tall. dropping you down a 120-degree drop. Holy crap, this ride packs a punch. And it's at a mall. At number 20, we have Mystic Timbers. I don't know how other people think about this ride, but if I'm being honest, I don't really care. This ride hauls ass. This ride kicks so much ass. Instead of being called Mystic Timbers, it should be called Ass Kicking Timbers. Mystic Ass Kicking Timbers, because it's just that good. This ride is actually so good. This is not a made up story, okay? You might think it is, but it's not. When going up the lift hill for Mystic Timbers, I saw someone's weave hanging off one of the bolts on the structure. Dude, this ride is so kick-ass, it snatched someone's weave. What the fuck? That's insane. This ride is balls to the wall, low to the ground, snappy transitions. The shed was kind of stupid. I don't know why Kings Island hyped that up out of everything that the ride had to offer, but whatever. At number 19, we have Iron Rattler at Six Flags Fiesta, Texas. We're going out to the Wild West. We're going out to Dry Gulch Snake territory where rattlesnakes live. And, you know, this is Texas, and everything's better in Texas, right? Well, yeah, Iron Rattler is one of the best RMCs out there. Alright, let's get serious for a second. This ride hauls ass from start to finish. It's a short ride, but the ride has a moment of relenting intensity where it goes over that cliff. You feel like all is well. The ride is calming down. You're at the top of the cliff, and you're just kind of meandering around until you get to the cliff drop where you get absolutely ejected out of your seat like a DVD. Does anyone even know what that is anymore? Number 18, we have Maverick at Cedar Point. Maverick is insane. This ride has everything. Literally. It has a really powerful launch. It has a really good first drop. Ejector airtime everywhere. Sprinkled with inversions and a stangle dive. What the fuck is that? What's up? What's the stangle dive? What's the deal with that? What's it plotting? This ride used to be my number one for a long time. Back in the old days of 2015, when I first got into the coaster game and I went to Cedar Point as a bucket list park, Maverick was my number one. And the fact that it stayed in my top 20 for like freaking 11 years just shows you how good this ride really is. People pilgrimage over to Cedar Point to ride Maverick, and you should, because it's the right thing to do. Big things come in small packages, okay? Maverick is the definition of size doesn't matter. Maverick is so tiny. Look at it. Anyone would look at it and scoff. They would laugh at the sheer sight of seeing such a tiny little thing. But once they get to ride it. Number 17 is Twisted Colossus at Six Flags Magic Mountain. This is the Wally World roller coaster. They called up RMC to come and replace all of the wooden track with steel track and put your classic RMC flair. But I guess at the time, it wasn't classic because this was one of RMC's earlier projects. But shit, they cooked, man. RMC really cooked with this layout. I really like this. Twisted Colossus is probably in the top 10 for a lot of enthusiasts, but I refuse to put it in my top 10 for one very nitpicky reason. And that's because of the lift hill. Yeah, that's stupid, isn't it? But not when I explain it. Look, Twisted Colossus is great. You have a really fun time on the first lap, but then you hit the second lap. All that momentum dies, and that chain lift is slow as hell. You're climbing up that chain lift for what feels like eternity, trying to hope that everyone on the loading platform puts their shit in the box before they can dispatch, and then you can duel. You never duel on this ride, and that is so sad. I would love to duel on this ride. I've done it maybe once. I only rode this 6 times, so dueling 1 out of 6 times, that's actually really good. Number 16 is X2 at Six Flags Magic Mountain. I like this ride more than Twisted Colossus because of how chaotic it is. Well, why isn't it my number 1? I can't lap this thing. This ride is probably one of the most unlappable rides out there. If someone has another ride that's more unlappable, let me know, but I can't do it. I really do wish I could describe to you what the ride experience is like to people who haven't been on X2. I've been on it 4 times, and I still can't tell you anything about what happened on the ride, except for that final Raven turn where the seats start like twitching out and the back of your legs start bashing against the seat. That's about all I can tell you. I mean, sure, it sounds terrible on paper, but shit, you just gotta ride it. I'm sorry for this segment that's about to take place, but number 15 is Steel Vengeance at Cedar Point. Steel Vengeance isn't my number 1. What the I know. You gotta understand. Allow me to put this in perspective, using an analogy that is more understandable to the general public and also coaster enthusiasts, right? So imagine a basketball team. A basketball team that has Steph Curry, LeBron James, Kobe. That's a really good basketball team alone, right? It's a small basketball team, but it's a great basketball team. Now imagine putting me and my friend on the basketball team. You see how much like more shit the basketball team becomes because me and my friend joined the team? Because we decided to join the team, it became worse. It's still really good. I mean, mind you, I don't know if I've ever said this, but I have like 350 credits or something. And Steel Vengeance places number 15 out of 350 something credits that I have. But it could be so much better without me and my friend on the basketball team, if that makes sense. The ride is too long for its own good. It has a really good first half, but then that second half kicks in, and that's where me and my friend on the basketball team take over. And we just kind of play till we can't be I'd rather have a short ride that's really powerful than a long ride that's powerful at the start and then I sit there. I'm forced to sit there and watch it die. But I mean, the fact that it made my top 20 means it is still an elite ride. At number 14, we have Time Traveler at Silver Dollar City. I don't know who concocted this idea of having a spinning coaster drop vertically out of a station down a mountainside, but whoever did, I think the devil is calling and they want to tell you that they're a huge fan. Number 13 is El Toro at Six Flags Great Adventure, and this ride probably took the hardest fall out of all of them. Just a year ago, this ride was probably in my top 3, and experiencing a lot of other attractions, a lot of other rides, El Toro kind of fell off a little bit, but it still hits hard. It has 2 of the most intense ejector airtime moments I've ever experienced, and it also has the best first drop of any roller coaster that I have experienced. So why is it so low? Simply, it's just getting a little too rough. I know a lot of people don't mind how rough El Toro has gotten. They like it with that extra bite. Number 12 is Siren's Curse at Cedar Point. This isn't something that a lot of people would have expected to appear on a top 25 list, but this is what appears on my top 25 list. Siren's Curse is just the definition of perfect execution. I don't know how they managed to do Siren's Curse the way that they did, but however they did it, it works. It works so well. The theming, if you call it theming, is really well done, especially for a park of that nature, where theming is kind of a back burner thought. They don't care about theming, but they cared about it enough to dress Siren's Curse up in a way that presents itself. And the layout is actually really good. It is so fucking good. Number 11 is Ghost Rider at Knott's. I get on Ghost Rider, one train operations with terribly slow dispatches, and I experience one of the freaking wildest wooden coasters I've ever been on. Actually, it is. Ghost Rider is the most insane wooden coaster I've ever been on. This ride has laterals that'll blow your socks off. It'll blow your underwear off. It'll blow you. We finally have arrived to the top 10. I know this video feels like it's been going on for a trilogy, but we have Top Thrill 2 at Cedar Point at number 10, and I'm not ashamed about it, because oh my god, I did not expect this ride to be even remotely close to top 20, let alone top 10. Admittedly, I was a D1 hater when this ride was first announced. I thought it would be stupid, because Intamin did most of the heavy lifting here. They provided the 420-foot tall top hat. They provided everything except for the new trains All Sam Perla had to do was tack on a 420-foot backward spike and outsource labor to install 700,000 stators. Top Thrill 2 feels absolutely nothing like Top Thrill Dragster. Just going up that 420-foot spike backwards and then looking down on a 300-foot drop tower right next to you. At number 9, we have Hagrid's Creatures Bikes. What is the full name of this thing? Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motor... Oh, fuck that. I'm just gonna call it Hagrid's. This isn't an intense ride, but god damn! It's the best interactive family coaster I've ever been on, period. There's no competition. You can't compete with this. This is not even fair. You have casual family coaster versus competitive rank coaster for families. Like, you can't compare these. It's got everything. It's got a drop track. It's got amazing theming. It's got like 15 trillion launches. It's got immersive storytelling. It's got interactive elements like that weird purple button. I don't know what that does. If anyone knows what the purple button does, let me know, but I've been too slow to hit it every single time. I don't know what the hell it does. This ride is perfect for families. It's perfect for everybody. Was it a great replacement for Dueling Dragons? Yeah, I would say so. And of course, number 8, we're going right next door to Jurassic World Velocicoaster. Intamin, you need to chill. Why are we making rides this good? Intamin has no business making rides this good, but they did it anyway because Universal paid them. You have one of the best zero-G stalls in the frickin' business. And then you have what many call the Mosasaurus roll, which is basically the Maverick roll, but like safe for people. At number 7, we have an interesting pick. Stardust Racers at Epic Universe, but the yellow side. I like how coaster enthusiasts love to argue and debate over what's considered a coaster and what's not. Stardust Racers, they're two completely different rides placed side by side, and they happen to duel. They are not one coaster. To me, they are two different credits, and for that reason, they take 2 spots in this list, but the other one will come later. If they were one ride, they would either be identical coasters that dueled, they would be a Mobius loop coaster like Twisted Colossus, or they'd be just clones of each other but mirror imaged like, Racer at King's Dominion. But none of that's the case. These are 2 completely different rides, and in my eyes, they count as 2 completely different credits because they are not the same. What really took me away, which will be the same case for the other one that's coming up, is that this ride kind of has a double launch, which is weird. It doesn't make any... I've never felt that before. Number 6 is a coaster that people might not agree with, and that's Wildcats Revenge at Hershey Park. I don't care, sue me. Wildcats Revenge is the peak definition of Joe Draves layout creations. You thought RMC was good before Joe Draves came in and started designing shit. It's even better now. People like to say that Wildcats Revenge is not an elite RMC. It's a mid-tier. People like Coaster Studios. I'm offended that you said that. Wildcats Revenge is not a mid-tier RMC. There's no way you could ever possibly think that. Just look at the POE. Wildcats Revenge is one of the best pre-drops of any RMC, and the ride is so intense. Wildcats Revenge experience can be described as that boating video where, they're going boating and they just get tossed around like a bunch of dead fish. It's all rapid fire succession elements where every element that comes after the next is trying to actively kill you, and I like that. Number 5, we have Intimidator. Pantherian. Way to go. Whoever named that is a real genius. I'm not calling it that. We have Intimidator 305 at King's Dominion. This is definitely the most intense coaster that I've ever been on in my entire life. A lot of people don't like rides that, disagree with human life, but I do. I love it when a roller coaster tries to challenge my existence and tries to snap my cerebellum and tries to rip my nuts. And even still, after nerfing the ride when it first opened by kind of neutering that first turn, the ride still kicks your ass. This ride completely discombobulates your brain and freaking mushes it into nothingness. Maybe when I get older, maybe when I become unk status, I'll have something different to say, but for now, I love having my brains mashed together. At number 4, we have Iron Gwazi at Busch Gardens, Tampa. This ride is like the basketball team I described earlier, but without me and my friends. It's just the good players. Iron Gwazi doesn't try to be anything that it isn't. It's not a long ride, and that's a good thing because the ride ends before it dies. Iron Gwazi even features a fucking ginormous ass nest of bees at the top of the lift hill. Iron Gwazi has that like alligator fucking roll where you just kind of twist around and fall to your death. That's awesome. Moving on to number 3, we have Stardust Racers again. Wow! How the hell is it that much better than the yellow side, you ask? I don't know. One ride on it. Your legs will be bruised. Your cerebral cortex will be discombobulated. There's nothing you can do. The airtime's way better. Everything about the green side's better. It's everything the yellow side wishes it could be, but for some reason isn't. If you didn't think Steel Vengeance at number 15 would turn heads, this is the time where heads are turned. Number 2, we have Air Force One at Fun Spot Atlanta. Whoa, what the... Again, this is all opinion, but Air Force One, I feel like this is probably the only ride that I've ever been on that's too good for its own park. Air Force One is in a park of losers, riding Air Force One 14 times without getting off. This is the closest you can get to death, or I don't want to say death, I would say more like heaven. I didn't feel like I was in any anguish riding this, even though I knew I was doing my body a disservice by putting myself through this that many times. The amount of airtime on this ride is lethal. You ride this as many times as I have in a row without getting off. Next day you wake up and your thighs have necrosis. Wow, look at that.
Got that thing, but I've been pounding it! Look at you. You look like a half-empty toothpaste.
Coming in at first place, we have Fury 325. Wow, who expected that? What I like to think as a coaster enthusiast is that there's actually 2 types of coaster enthusiasts. The first one is someone who loves Fury to death, and the second one is someone who loves Fury to death, but they're closeted and they don't want anyone to know. It might not have the flashy inversions that make coasters look clickbaity. I actually rode Fury when it had a cracked support. That whole scandal where the support on Fury cracked, I rode it when the support was broken and I didn't even know it. You guys can say whatever you want about how Fury's overrated. No, it's not. You can fight me. You can sue me. You can do whatever you want. It's not going to work. It's not going to change my conviction. If you have anything different in your top 25, let me know, because I really want to know. I want to get to know people. And I really want to get to know what people have in their top 25s or whatever, because I'm strictly American right now, riding American coasters, and I'm sure I missed a lot of really good European coasters. I know. An American admits Europe is real. If you have any other coasters that you really like more than the ones I presented, let me know, because the coaster community is all about debating. It's all about getting to know each other and saying why Steel Vengeance is the... No.